Hi, this is Joy with Obsessed with Scrapbooking, and I'm here today to show you guys how to size your images in the Cricut Craft Room. I've had a lot of questions about how to get the layers sized correctly, and I just kind of want to go over that. So our first step is I've gone ahead and pulled up the Jolly Holidays cartridge under the cartridge images. That's the one we're going to work with today. And then I go over here to this left-hand menu. It's got a lot of choices. I'm going to click on Options. And the first thing I'm going to do is tell it the machine I'm using. This instruction is for the Cricut Expression 2. And then I'm going to click on Craft Room. I'm going to go ahead and hit, I've dialed in 3.5, but we could use our up arrows or down arrows to put anything we wanted. Let's keep it at 3.5. And to make sure my layers are going to be sized properly, I need to look up here. You see where my Cricut button is up here, where I'm circling? Right above that is a big A and a little a, and it says real or relative dial size. Relative dial size is what you need when you want to have layers that work on top of one another. So we're going to make sure that that's what's showing, and that's what's showing, so we're good. And then let's go ahead and pull our items up. So I'm very fond of this little bird here, so just drag him to the mat. And there he is, and I use this top left button is what you use to move items around on the mat. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my next layer. So usually I start with the base, and then we go to Shift, and here's his little body, and I'm going to say Current Layer. And then I'm going to go to Layer, and I'm going to unshift, make sure I get the base of the layer, and I go ahead and put that up, and I say Current Layer, that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit Shift, and I'm going to get the little edging for the hat, and I'll say Current Layer. And that's now everything is all on this mat, and you can see that it's all sized properly. A word about laying items out on the mat to cut it. I like to kind of put things in little squares so it'll be easy for me to figure out where to lay my paper, because I'm going to have to get my paper arranged on here, right? So this paper could be 4 by 3, and then this paper could be, if I move this over a little bit, I could do, looks like 3 by 3, because you just don't want to go into this yellow. So 1, 2, 3, and 3 down. I try to make it so it's set sizes so it's easy for me to do. And then this, I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to have to be at, it looks like, to be safe, I would probably do 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. If I inch up a little bit, I definitely could do 5 by 4. And then this little hat piece, I'm moving that off a little bit, but I could put that at, 2 inches by 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. So it's helpful to lay stuff out like that so it's easy for you to cut your papers to lay down on the mat. So that's your lesson on how to size things relatively. This way works every time. So another tip is, let's say you get everything like this and you go, oh, that's a little bit too small, or that's a little bit too big. One thing you can do is take your cursor, put it up in the left-hand corner, and then click and drag to make a box around everything. And that will now put everything in one box. And then we can go down to this bottom right button. I'm circling so you can see it. And now I can do this number. I can make things smaller, and they all stay proportional, or I can make them larger. Actually, it looks like I've made them as large as possible because of the way I've laid them out on the mat, but if you stack them differently, you could make them even bigger. But you get the point. Now that I've got them all here and I put them all in this one box, now they can be moved around to different sizing. So you have some options. I hope that helps everyone. Have a great day.